Justin Verlander just hit a home run. What's going on, boys? We're back. Yes, the second base team is here, boys. This potentially could be one of the best teams. Now, catcher, Craig Biggio. First base, DJ LeMahieu. Yes, sir. Robinson Cano can only play second base, so you already know he's there. Jorge Polanco. Beautiful card. Jose Altuve. A little cheater, but still, we're going to use him. Jackie Robinson. I felt this was necessary. Base, Ray Durham. And then right field, Nick Gordon. If we get a righty, Nick Gordon going to be hitting different. Dansby Swanson signed a deal with the Cubs. And then someone tweeted it was 7 years, $180 million, I think is what it was. Bad, man. Not bad. Hit it right to Polanco. Let's go, boys. We got to be able to hit better. We're not hitting well. He's got 99 Verlander on the mound, who's very, very good. That's a decent swing, but not bad. And you got to think about it like this, right? Judge is making pretty much 40 mil a year. So in 5 years, when Judge is 35, making 40 mil in a year, your superstars are going to want to make more than Aaron Judge. Like you see it in the NBA, the contracts keep going up. So it's like, yeah, 25 mil a year right now, you might be like, oh, that's kind of a lot. You know, I just hear some people saying that. What if 5 years down the road, your superstars are now making 40, 45 mil, 50 mil, and he's still getting paid 25 mil? He's getting paid basically the price of half a superstar. Like that's... and by no means is that saying that Dansby Swanson got ripped off or anything. I think Dansby Swanson made his money. I just don't think it's that bad of a deal that some people are making it up to be. I think MLB teams are also reaching this point where they're like, we don't really care if we're gonna pay you when you're older in later years and you're not that good. Like, we want you in your prime. That's what it is. We saw it with Judge, Correa, Trey Turner, Bogarts, right? Like a lot of these deals, they're gonna end when they're high 30s or even in their 40s. Let's say Xander Bogaerts gives you 3 to 4 more prime years, another 2-3 years that are kind of decent. It's worth it. Or even Trey Turner, or even Carlos Correa, whatever it is. Like, you could use even Judge. If Judge gives you, right, Judge got a 9-year deal, he's 30. If Judge gives you great years until he's 34, 35, and by great years, I'm saying he's hitting, I don't know, like 40 home runs every year, which he could probably still be doing that at 35 for sure. That's very unfortunate. Then it's worth it if you're giving him the money for that for the next 5 years to try and win one. You know, that's just what it is. You're just seeing these teams realize kind of how open the MLB possibly is. I don't want this to sound like hate on the Dodgers, but the Dodgers consistently have been finishing, you know, really, really high up in the regular season, and they don't make the World Series. And that's just what it is with playoff baseball. Don't get me wrong, you're still gonna have wildcard teams enter the Super Bowl and whatnot, and still have teams that go on hot streaks that make the Super Bowl. You will have that. Oh my gosh, what a swing. And then the NBA, I mean, you've had Warriors for the longest time. Oh my gosh, he's now crushing everything. So with baseball, it's all about, you know, just being on fire at the right time, having your pitchers pitch elite games at the right time in the playoffs. With the MLB, all you gotta do is get to the playoffs, and then you have a chance. You just gotta catch fire. In the NBA, you don't really see 8 seeds make the NBA final for the longest time, right? It's been LeBron, and then it was LeBron versus other teams in the West. I mean, Spurs a little bit, the Mavericks, right? Then the Warriors. So like heavy dynasty teams. I feel MLB GMs are just starting to realize that and go, listen, all I gotta do, please don't be out. Thank you. Build a good enough team. Make playoffs. Once we make playoffs, we just gotta catch fire, be on a streak, let it do it from there. I can't even predict what Ohtani's deal is going to look like after this year. I can't, because like in my head, right? Pitches at an elite level and hits at an elite level. And you could say things like, his batting average isn't, you know, the highest. And I would agree, but the home runs he hits, it's crazy. I feel like, does being on a good team affect your batting average? Like, can it, or being on a bad team? In my head, it could affect it, right? Because if you have no one really behind you or in front of you, I feel like then they don't really have to like pitch to you. And I know he's had Mike Trout for a little bit, but I'm just saying, like, let's say you put Ohtani on the Yankees, and in front of him's Aaron Judge, and then it's Ohtani, and behind him Stanton. You're gonna have to throw good pitches to one of them. You can't just walk them and load the bases. And if someone's already on base, you can't just walk in a run. The Angels, do they even have people on base? Like, it always feels like it's just Ohtani. You know what I'm saying? This guy's hitting everything. Great. This sucks. I don't know too much about the statistics, but I would assume his batting average would increase if he was on a better team. That totally might not be true at all. And if it's not true at all, then fair enough. It doesn't mean you can't have a good batting average if you're on a bad team. That's not what that means either. And some of these pitchers, right? They're making like 40, 41, 42 mil a year. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, he's a top pitcher. and he actually gives you like 30 home runs a year, don't focus too in on this random percentage I'm about to give, right? But I feel like 90% of baseball fans understand what Ohtani's doing is special. I think there's still that like, 10% or whatever the percentage is out there. And even the people who understand it's special still don't understand, like, honestly, how special and ridiculous this guy is. And I think you would see it even more if he actually had playoff success. Imagine Ohtani makes the World Series, and let's just say he has a great playoff run, but he's in the World Series. He throws 7 really, really good innings, maybe gives up 1 or 2 runs, maybe 3 runs, whatever it is, right? He also hits for a home run in that game. You're seeing a guy pitch on the mound, go up to bat, hit a home run. So throughout this, he's adding RBIs here and here. He's getting hits here and here. Okay, he's had his time rest, whatever it is. Game 4, game 5, whatever it is. He's back up the pitch. He pitches another great 7 innings, hits another home run. And since he's on the Angels and they don't even sniff playoff baseball, they're not even close. They're not even in contention. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. We get to watch him, but like, I just think some people don't understand how ridiculous this dude is. And I'm saying a very small portion of people probably don't understand that. And I think that's also another credit to how crazy of a year this was for Aaron Judge. The fact that Ohtani is that special and Judge was still the MVP because of how crazy his year was. Everybody should know about Shohei Ohtani and what he does in baseball, like people who know Tom Brady. That's just what it should be. Now, granted, you're going to know about Tom Brady more because of his wife and, well, his ex-wife, and because, yes, all the things. And I understand that. I think this would be great for baseball, and this is a perfect opportunity to market this guy as much as possible, as crazy as possible. Now, I get it. He's on the MLB The Show game. People just need to understand what he's doing is ridiculous. Like, the casual person who doesn't watch baseball, maybe doesn't even know the rules of baseball completely, needs to understand how crazy Shohei Ohtani is. Like, I think that's the MLB's job for marketing that they should be working on. Jesus, he sent that to the moon. And I'm gonna give personal experience off this, and so maybe this isn't completely fair, but I literally know people who don't watch the NFL at all, and if they talk about Tom Brady, they're like, oh, he's the GOAT of football though, right? Like, he's the GOAT? Because that's been marketed so much. Granted, the NFL makes more money than the MLB. Yes, they get more viewership than the MLB. NFL run, they are America's sport. Someone who doesn't even watch baseball or whatever, or maybe they don't even know what team he plays on. Anybody mentions the MLB though, you should go be like, a casual person should be like, oh, but like that Ohtani guy, or even if they don't know his name is Ohtani or Shohei, but they're like, what about that guy? Like, he pitches and hits. Like, you're not gonna be able to capture his greatness to someone who doesn't really understand baseball, but he should be the guy where they're like, I don't know why maybe it's special, but I know it is special. For example, people might be like, I don't know why Tom Brady's seen as the GOAT, but I hear he's the GOAT. Literally, people who don't watch baseball have no idea who Mike Trout is. They have no idea who, honestly, a lot of the MLB players, they have no idea who Aaron Judge is, and that's crazy. People who watch the MLB have no idea what Mike Trout personality is like. Now, you might have a little idea of it, okay, and yes, some people are gonna know it just because a vast majority of people have no idea what the personality of Bryce Harper is. They have no idea of what the personality of a lot of these players are. I have no idea what Dansby Swanson's personality is like. I have no idea. I saw this dude's TikTok about it. I don't know what his TikTok name is, but he's the guy where like he'll see a pitch and he goes ball. He made up the Steph Curry point where he was like, I don't watch basketball, but he knows Curry. He knows his wife is Aisha. He knows his wife is a chef. And he's like, I don't watch basketball, but I also know what Curry is doing is so special with the threes that he's hitting. It's changed basketball. When he sees the Warriors are on, he watches the Warriors, but besides that, he doesn't really care about the NBA. And that's what we need for baseball. Granted, they might not love our sport. They might not like it. They might not understand the magnitude of it's the 3rd inning. There's a runner on second. There's 2 outs. Yordan Alvarez is up to bat. And it's even in the 3rd inning is very, very crucial where if you somehow give up a run to this dude or give up a home run just like that, it could completely change the game. So that's a big at bat, even though it's in the 3rd inning, and people are like, well, you still have 5-6 more innings. Yes, but every at bat, every inning is super, super important in a baseball game because you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get because it's such a difficult thing to hit the baseball. We need a person who may never watch baseball be like, you know what? I see Shohei Ohtani is on tonight. I need to watch him play because I guess of how special he is. By getting these random people who don't know the sport too much, you also need, the kids to watch because they're the younger generation. They're going to be the generations to come. And we're getting absolutely slaughtered and there's nothing we can do about it besides possibly be better, but I can't because I'm just getting lit up left and right. And respect, that is what it is. This is how we should be hitting on All-Star, but we can't because we're trash. I ranted so much. I don't know what's in this video, what's not in this video. I just know I ranted a lot. Speaking of rants, we're going to a rant into video games. And this isn't even so much specifically with the MLB. I think MLB The Show has a little bit of this problem, and it's specific for me. I enjoy playing games like when I've got the passion. I'm down 4-10, and I'm just like, okay, I miss that. I miss that. I miss playing games when it's like things matter. Madden, right? When they used to have the weekend league and it used to be top 100, bro, the passion in those games, man, were amazing. Or like FIFA, when they used to have weekend league, and they still do, but they used to give out top 100 rewards. The passion that I would play in those games, like I want to feel that again while gaming. And when I lose, I'm mad, and not so much mad to the point where it's like, oh, I'm pissed off and it ruined my whole day. Not that, but I just want to be upset about it. But it's a difference. Justin Verlander just hit a home run. Jesus, dude. We deserve to lose at this point. This is crazy. And like, I've been playing Warzone 2, and I kind of have that passion for it, which is why it's fun to play, you know, and when you're playing with the boys, it's fun. But like, when you get that Warzone dub, you feel like you actually accomplished something when you've won. And I'm not saying it's like the biggest accomplishment where it's like, oh, I need to go brag to, well, I'm bragging about winning on Warzone right now, but the early days of Fortnite, when people won Fortnite games and posted it on their Snapchat stories, that's what I'm talking about. Like that passion for those games, I love. When I would actually like make World Series in like the first day or two and possibly go undefeated to make World Series or only lose a few games. Like I had that passion. And anyways, I talked too much, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. We got absolutely slaughtered. I apologize. Catch you in the next one though. Peace.